Hi guys, it's Thomas here from COTbase.com. Welcome to this week's Commitments of Traders review. Today we're going to have a look at the 8th COT report of this year, and as usual we're going to start off with the changes in commercials positions, so here we go. As you can see, we've got lumber on top of our list with a 26% change in commercials positions. You can see the change size over here. We have a 32% change in large speculators. These changes are definitely much larger than average, close to the largest changes in the past 52 weeks. As you can see on the chart here, this is of course a bearish COT change signal coming after prices started declining last week. Moving on to a 5 years chart, here we go. You can see how extreme the market is, and we can state that the last major COT extreme was back over here in 2015. It was a bullish COT extreme signal, and it was an effective one. As you can see, prices started rallying from there. And what we're seeing now is still the rally. So I would say that's still in place. We had a relative bearish extreme when commercials went down below the zero line. You can see that pushed prices down, but now again we can witness a rally as the extreme started widening again. Moving on to the Mexican peso, where we have a 25% change in commercials positions. You can see the change size over here. Again, we were talking about a larger than average change size and a bearish signal from the COT report. The 5 years chart, here we go. You can see that we are close to bullish COT extreme levels. Not surprisingly, we see prices at such levels, such low levels. So the COT report says that hey, we may be just before a rally. That's what the COT report tells us right now. And crude oil is our next market with a 24% change in commercials positions. You can see the change size over here. Again, bearish COT change signal. We may see a bit of a reaction from price in the near term. Opening a 5 years chart, we can see the extreme. We're getting closer and closer to bullish extreme levels. Not surprisingly, since prices are so low. On this 5 years chart, you can see that the most extreme bullish extreme levels would be around 160, 180 thousand contracts net short. In case of commercials, we're just below or just above 200,000 contracts. So there's still space left. But anyhow, it's definitely a more bullish picture than bearish from the COT report side, of course. Moving on to large speculators COT extreme, we've got all-time COT extremes in wheat markets, the Chicago and the Kansas City wheat. Let's open wheat, the Chicago wheat first, and jump to the 5 years chart right away. Here we go. The extreme is visible. Commercials are also very extreme as well. So I think the picture is pretty clear. It tells us that hey, large speculators have never in the Chicago wheat's COT history have been so bearish about the market. So that tells us something about the possibilities for the wheat market to go. Kansas City wheat, let's open that one as well. Here we have an all-time COT extreme, not only in large speculators but also in commercials as well. So a more obvious COT extreme situation, but the picture of course is very similar to the Chicago wheat. We're not surprised. Two wheat markets correlating with each other, so there's not much more that I can say here. Soybean meal, all-time COT extreme over there, also in large speculators. Let's open the 5 years chart. Here we go. And it is a very clear and visible situation. The last time we were at such levels was back over here in the end of 2011. It was a wonderful COT extreme signal. So I think, again, we should be watching this market very, very closely in the next couple of weeks or even month. And let's have a look at the Japanese yen with the 210 report extreme in large speculators. Opening a 5 years chart. Here we go. You can see it over here. It is a bearish COT extreme signal, no question. On this 5 years chart, it's pretty visible. If we open a 10 years chart, here we go. You can see that even on the 10 years, it is a significant extreme. Small speculators have gone up above the zero line. That is, of course, a very obvious signal that when small speculators are so optimistic about the market, that's not necessarily good for a rally. So it's a bearish signal. Nevertheless, if you look at the chart, of course, on this 10-year chart, we see that there would be space for the market to go higher, but the report is pretty obvious, and we may see a decline in the near term. Okay, that is going to be all for this review. Don't forget that we have a lot of other markets to have a look at on our COT charts page. You can do so at whenever you have time. If you would like to have a more in-depth and detailed COT analysis, of course, this is the page you should be looking at. I hope you enjoyed my review, and I hope to see you next week. Have a great weekend. Take care. Goodbye.